Good morning, students. This is Pradyuman sir again in front of you, and here comes with your new video on the topic of your first chapter, that is evolution of computer. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the fifth generation of computer, that is the remaining portion of your previous video. Okay, so in the on the previous video we just simply discussed about the first generation, not the first generation, it's second generation of computer, third generation of computer, fourth generation of computer. Okay, and we just simply left the fifth generation of computer, but we are just simply discussed about the fifth generation of computer in this video. And beside fifth generation of computer, we also discuss about the characteristic of computer and limitation of computer. Okay, so basically these are the topics of today's video. Let's get started with the first topic, that is fifth generation of computer. But before starting this, I'm just simply going to remember you that if you are a new viewer in my channel, then go there and subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, select all from the list, so that you can get the notification of my video very firstly. And if you like my teaching style, then press the like button also, so that I can get motivated over here that I'm teaching well or not. Okay, and watch this video till the last. Okay, so the first is, okay, the fifth generation computer, present and beyond. Okay, what does it mean? From the present time, okay, now the time which is going on to the future, that is called the fifth generation of computer, because this generation of computer is just simply based on AI. Okay, what is AI? AI is automatic intelligence. So fifth generation of computer involve artificial intelligence, where computer can behave, think and react in the same way as human do. Okay, like a robot. Okay, you just simply watch so many movies, likewise the Transformers. Okay, the series of Transformer you can just simply see, and you can also watch the robot 2.0 and the first robot, and after many more there are movies which just simply involve in AI technology. They just simply show the AI features. Nowadays the cars, the laptops, the smartphone, which are also come inbuilt in the feature of AI. Likewise, when we just simply call OK Google and Hey Siri, likewise all these things, we just simply open the assistants of that particular system, and after that whatever the question we have, we can just simply ask to the computer system, and it will just simply give the appropriate answer according to your need. Okay, and also it can behave it by itself. Means suppose if you want something, if you wanted to need something, if you are searching in if you are in search of anything which you cannot find, that computer will find that appropriate search for you, so that you cannot get worried about it. Okay, so let's move to the next page. That is, these computers are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today. Only the way which are just simply we are using that, the voice recognition. The goal of fifth generation computing is to develop devices that respond to the natural language input and to imitate the human reasoning. Means they can just simply learn all the language which are just simply in use nowadays. Means every language like the Hindi, English, Urdu and other language they are using, not they are using nowadays in a world is using, is just simply used by the robot. Okay, so this is the first priority of fifth generation of computer. So basically it is just simply used for the present time to the beyond, because the future we are not supposed to know the future, but still we are discovering the future every day. Okay, every day we have in our knowledge that this type of device is just simply invented, like the SpaceX company and the other companies, the SmartLink. Okay, the SmartLink company is just simply discovering a chip which is just simply installed on your brain, and that can upload all the data from your brain to your computer system in a hard drive. And this is basically a unthinkable unthinkable, what I simply the word I don't have, because it is a type of invention which we just simply don't think about it, because this is beyond the discovery. Okay, means whatever we are thinking, suppose we are thinking about any place, any type of person, okay, or we are thinking about an idea, any concept, any everything which we are just simply thinking in our mind, that particular idea, concept, which is just simply downloaded, okay, or we just simply can just simply transfer the data wirelessly without connecting any wire. We just simply transferring the data from our brain to the hard drive, okay, to the hard drive of which, to the hard drive of computer system. Okay, so this is the basic thing which the fifth generation of computer is simply using and working over it. Okay, so now let's move to the second topic, that is characteristics of computer. So what are the characters? Means the pro, okay, means the good things which a computer can just simply be honored with. Okay, so here is the first line, that is a computer system is better than a human being as it possesses the following capability. Means it holds this some time of capability it holds, so that's why it is much good than a human being. So what are they? So first is speed. Okay, the speed of calculating any type of situation or any type of the question, it will just simply show in a very frequent manner and in a very fast manner. Okay, so speed is the amount of time taken by the computer in completing the task. Okay, means suppose you just simply give a task to the computer and the time taken by the computer to complete that task. Okay, so that is called the speed for a computer. Okay, a computer work very fast and can do large number of calculation quickly as compared to a human being. Means you can give a millions of calculation to a computer and it will solve in just a second. Okay, it will not take too much time like a human being take. Now computers are classified on the basis of instruction that they execute per second. Okay, means suppose the computer have a processor which is just simply based on the 1 megahertz, 2 megahertz, or 1 gigahertz, 3.4 gigahertz. Nowadays the computer are just simply coming about 3.9 gigahertz to 5.4 gigahertz about to. Okay, that means about to be 5 to 10 million 5.4 billions of calculation in a second. Okay, you can think about it, that how large a calculation it can do. About 5.4 billion of calculation it can do in a second. It can execute the result of 5.4 billions of calculation in just a second. Okay, now what is accuracy? Accuracy means the correction. Okay, suppose you are writing a table, like table of might be 22. Okay, and you are writing it, and suppose you are just simply wrong in any step, then what should you do? You cannot do anything, because now the paper of your examination is just simply submitted by your teacher, and when the teacher check your notebook, you got less mark. Okay, you are suppose thinking about that you got full marks, but still you have just simply cut it off only about 1 or 2 marks rather than any other. Okay, so you just simply think about it, that you just simply cut a single mark or 2 marks in that table. So basically, but in a computer system, the whatever type of calculation, as I told you, according to the speed, the calculation which is done by the computer is never be incorrect. Okay, but there is a reason. If the user enter the same value, okay, the same value, suppose I give the input as a 2 multiplied by 2, okay, but you enter 2 multiplied by 3, then the answer is having a difference of about 2, because the answer which is correct is 4, but the answer that the computer gives is 6. So that's why it's wrong, because of the user it get wrong input. Okay, so that's why that computer gives the wrong answer. But a user may be wrong, but a computer system may not. Okay, now accuracy refers to the degree of perfection of operation performed by a computer. Computer do not commit error and are capable of handling complex instruction accurately if the data fed into a computer is wrong. As I told you, okay, this is mentioned on the third line in the heading accuracy. You just simply watch that very carefully. I just simply zoom in, like if the data fed into a computer is wrong, it may produce an inaccurate result. Okay, understand that I am saying is very right. Okay, so what is that? If you enter the data, if you enter the input wrong, then it might get error by computer. But if you input right data, okay, right input if you give to the computer system, then it will give the right answer, as it has 100% of accuracy. Now reliability. So what is that? Reliability refers to the quality of computer system to perform consistently well and complete its allotted duty on time without experiencing any system failure. In case of any failure in a computer system, there is a provision for immediate backup of information and program. Means suppose I don't listen about a computer get just simply be failure about any type of data, but still if there is a thing which is happened by you, okay, that is suppose you are working over a computer and might be you get failure about it, then you can get a backup of your all the data which is you just simply install in a computer in a very instant way. Okay, so don't be in a panic, it is very reliable. Now what is versatile? So a computer can perform a variety of tasks. Variety of tasks means you can listen to a music, you can write a letter, you can work over any other PDF, or whatever you want, whatever the work you can also upload a video on YouTube at the same time. Means the different tasks. A computer system is a multimedia. You can do about many operation at the same time. Okay, but still if you do many operation at the same time, might be the speed of the computer is get to be slowed, because if you are working over 2 or 3 works at the same time, then the speed of yours might get slower. So you likewise a human computer is also get slow when it get more task. Okay, so like therefore it can used in almost all fields such as education, science and technology, business, finance, account, communication, etc. As I told you that it can do lots of work at the same time with a very high accuracy, about 100% of accuracy it just simply give you. So that's why in every field it will just simply used. Okay, now the storage, this is a very important topic, because the storage of a computer system is very high nowadays. Okay, in first generation of computer, in a second generation of computer, third generation of computer, the storage capacity is too much low. But in the fourth generation of computer, the hard disk were just simply in use. Nowadays we are also using the SSD and HDD, and both the storage devices is just simply used in our computer system to make the computer system very fast. Okay, likewise you also eat the almond to make your brain sharp. Likewise we also use the solid state drive and the hard disk drive to make our computer system's processor very fast. Okay, now storage is the capacity of a computer to store data. A computer can store large amount of data which can be used anytime in future. Okay, this is not mentioned, I am just simply mentioning this, that use in future also. Now you can store data into a computer through various external and internal devices such as hard disk, CD, DVD. CD is what? The compact disk. DVD is what? Digital versatile disk. Okay. Pen drive. Pen drive is also known as flash drive. RAM. What is that? random access memory, ROM. What is ROM? So ROM is read only memory. A hard disk can store the maximum amount of data among these devices. Okay, because hard disk has about to be 1 zettabyte of data it can store, or might be get bigger, I don't know, but I just simply had to come and know in my knowledge that I've just simply seen about 1 zettabyte of hard disk. 1 zettabyte means about 1024 into 1024 into 1024 GB. Okay, when you multiply this, okay, means the cube, okay, the cube of 1024. When you multiply these three numbers separately, you get some answer, and that answer is in GBs. Okay, understand that what I'm saying. 1 zettabyte of memory is about 1024 multiplied by 1024, and after that multiply by 1000 means when you just 1024. Okay, when you just simply multiply these three numbers separately, not the separately, together. Okay, sorry, I just simply forget about something. So when you multiply these three numbers together, then you got an answer, and that answer is in GB. So understand the value of 1 zettabyte of hard disk. So the hard disk has a capacity to store large amount of data. Okay. Now the maximum amount of data that can be stored depending on the device chosen by the user. Okay, means suppose you are choosing the CD, the DVD, the flash drive, the pen drive, the solid state drive, and whatever type of storage device you are just simply using, the capacity is just simply depending upon that product. I simply say, because a CD can hold up to about 800 of MBs. Okay, and a CD can hold up to 21 GB. Okay, and a flash drive is also about 2 or 3 terabyte. Terabyte is what? Okay, what is terabyte? So when you multiply 1024 into 1024, sorry, just a minute. 1 terabyte is 1024 GB. Okay, this is a memory unit which is just simply used. Okay, do one thing, open your Google search engine and type the memory unit used in computer subject. Okay, type in the search bar memory unit used in computer subject, and after that click over the search option. You will got all the memory units which are just simply in front of you in the monitor screen or in the mobile screen. Okay, so this is basically, I am just simply going to tell you that the amount of storing data in hard disk is much more than any other device. Okay, because it has I just simply watched a hard disk about 1 zettabyte. Okay, and the amount of 1 zettabyte is about 1024 multiplied by 1024 multiplied by 1024, means when you just simply multiply 1024 3 times, then you got the answer, and that answer is in GB. Okay, now move to the next page, and that is the last page of this video and the last topic of this video. So that delinquents, what is that? Computer are non-respondents to human factor like fatigue, tiredness and boredom. It can work repeatedly and efficiently for a long hour without taking rest. Likewise, suppose I am I am recording this video in front of you for about 18 minutes, and okay, this is 19 minutes. So basically I am just simply recording about this video of 19 minutes. So I am just going to be very tired about this, and I am going to drink the water and eat something so that I can feel better. But a computer doesn't want anything. It can work for a long time, long hours without taking anything. So this is very important about it. Now what is multitasking? So multitasking is that a computer can do many tasks at the same time. For instance, one can enjoy listening to the music while typing in MS Word or while working on any other package. Likewise, suppose you are uploading a video and you wanted to type a letter on MS WordPad, and also you wanted to listen to music. You can enjoy these three services with the help of computer system, because a computer system is a multitasking device. It can do many operations at the same time. at a same place. Okay, now the last topic of this video, that is limitation of computer. So what are the limitation of computer? So incapability to thinking. Incapability to thinking means it cannot execute any output without a user's input. Okay, understand what I'm saying? I'm saying, suppose I'm not going to teach you anymore. Okay, don't think so. I'm just going to take you an example. I will simply giving you an example that suppose I'm not I don't want to teach you anymore. Then what should you do? You are not able to read the second lesson because there are some difficulties, and without any teacher, without any guardian, you cannot read that second lesson without your own. Then what should happen? The number, the marks which will come in your quarterly exam is not efficient according to you. Suppose you want 98, 99 or 100 marks in your quarterly examination, but you just simply got about 20, 30 marks. Then what should you do? You got beaten by your guardians also, or you can also scolded by your guardians. So likewise, the input which is given by the teacher to the students, that suppose this lesson is complete. Okay, after that I will just simply uploaded the exercise, and you have to write all the exercise in your book and click a picture and send it into my WhatsApp number. This is the input. So when this lesson is just simply completed, you just simply I just simply upload the picture in the Google Classroom of exercise of lesson 1. Then when you get the pictures of exercise of lesson 1, you just simply open it and fill it in your book, in your computer book, and after that click a picture of that all the exercises and send it to my WhatsApp number. Okay, so this is the output. The input is that I give you the work, and output is when you send your work in my WhatsApp account. Okay, so basically a computer cannot think and take decision of its own. In case of any error, it cannot take an alternative action. Suppose if you got wrong in anywhere else in any steps, then what should you do? You cannot do anything else. You just simply come to me and ask to me, sir, that I am just simply having a situation over this line. Then what should I do? And I have just simply told you that erase that line, rewrite it again. Okay, likewise, or might be it might get something wrong over the page. Then you can just simply cut the whole page, and after that write on the next page. So this is the basic decision that was taken by me, the teacher. Okay, not by the youth, because you are not capable to take your own decision, because you having a afraidness of your about your teacher, that what should happen if I do this. Okay, so you are just simply ask to your teacher that, sir, what should I do, and after that you just simply do according to your teacher. So the input given by the teacher is must. Okay, now no intelligence. What is that? No intelligence. Unlike a human being, a computer has no IQ. It needs instruction at every step. As I told you, the instruction, the input, which is the decision which is given by the user, is just simply taken by the computer, and after that, after taking it, it will process upon all the steps and execute the output. Okay, so according to the IPU cycle. What is IPU cycle? Input, process, output. Okay, this is a cycle which is the computer is just simply based on the IPU cycle. So according to the IPU cycle, according to its need, I just simply told you about that. If a computer is working, it is just simply based on IPU cycle. So according to IPU cycle, it cannot have any type of intelligence. Suppose if there is any error, it cannot get to be corrected by the computer system. It is the user who correct that error, and after that make the solution right. Okay, now dependence on power. What is that? Dependence on power means a computer is an electronic machine that we are just simply teaching from the second class to nowadays. Okay, So basically a computer is an electronic device, thus it depends on power like electricity to make it costly. Okay, likewise a computer is just simply work over electricity, so that's why we have to pay every day's electricity over a computer system. Might be it is not so much, but still we are paying the electricity bill, okay, of computer system also. So likewise, but a human being is not just simply dependence on the electricity bill. We are also just simply eat something to have some energy stored in our body so that we can work, complete our work on time. Okay, so likewise a computer is also dependent on power, that is make it costly. Okay students, so this chapter is just simply going to be finished, and I am going to stopping this video here because this video goes too much lengthy. So before starting this video, I am just simply going to be remembering you that if you are a new viewer in my channel, then go there and subscribe my channel, press the bell icon, select all from the list so that you can get the notification of my video very firstly. Some of the students can just simply say that, sir, we are not able to get your videos of computer subject, then you have to subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification. Okay, and if you like the teaching style, then you can also press the like button so that I can get motivated over here that I am teaching well or not. Okay, and wait for some days. I will simply upload the exercise and the question answer over the Google Classroom, and when you just simply complete all these work, you have to click a picture. Okay, you have to click a picture and take a photo of your work and send all the work which you have just simply completed into my Google Classroom. Sorry, not in the Google Classroom, you have just simply send it to my WhatsApp number that is just simply preloaded in my Google Classroom. Okay students, so I am just simply stopping this video. Stay tuned with me on my channel. Goodbye students.